What's up, guys? Welcome to the Real Things Podcast. I'm just chilling. It's a cool and quiet Tuesday. I was on YouTube Live, but unfortunately, it's not really. There was some issues with the live. The internet is just cornering. So I decided to take it up here on the Instagram and continue what I was saying. So for those of you who are a follower of Marwa and content surrounding Nyabohansi, you don't know that since yesterday we've seen the likes of Strongman and Alex. Strongman was Marwa's plumber. Alex was I am Marwa's gate man or security, if you might. My question now is, why are these guys now coming out after how many months have passed? Is it the lack of content? Is it that they are trying to create a store? Is it that they're trying to create a buzz? To store up things to create some kind of traction? No, guys. This is Instagram, so I can be myself. I can say, what. So don't mind me chillaxing. Anyway, here it is. In last year, Strongman 254 came to Villa Medellin. I don't know how he got there, who sent call him or how. I don't know. I don't remember the whole story, but all I can remember is that he came and rescued Aya Marwa from a bad plumbing job that someone else did and walked away. He did a good job, rectified some major issues that the other plumber left. Point taken. We understand all of that. I hope my audio is loud and clear. We understood all of that. Strongman 254 understood his assignment. He carried it out and all of that. But while he was there, he had a kind of demeanor that was very questionable. This guy never looked pleased. This guy never appeared to be contented. This guy never appeared that like he was happy, so on and so forth. At one point in time, I think that people was even telling Marwa that he's probably missing his family, he's missing his wife, so on and so forth. And maybe he's tired and he needed a break. But I will tell you this, honestly, guys. I'm going to confess something to you. I saw that guy, I saw Strongman as someone who was not contented with the job. I think he came to the public saying that he was okay on more than one occasion when they called him out. Marwa also on camera asked him if he was happy, if he wanted to be paid also. You guys, if you follow Marwa, you can remember all of those things. Marwa asked him and he said it's okay, he's fine. But when you see this guy, his videos, he always looks sour. His face is just off. And I always said to myself, my guy, something inside of the kettle boiling. There is something brewing in your pot. Lo and behold, last year done and gone. At one point he left the villa. Before we get to that, at one point he left the villa and he went back to his home. I think there was some kind of incident where he was living, and he told Marwa that he had to go because it was an emergency, and he left. In the back of my mind, I was saying to myself, I feel like this guy probably trying to test the waters to see if he walked away. That was just my thought. I'm telling you the honest truth. Honest truth. It was just my thoughts. I hope you guys can hear me because I have no way of knowing. And I'm saying it was just my thought to say, I wonder if he was trying to find a way to evade, to sort of left the project and go. But anyway, lo and behold, he came back. And he worked, but he still had that demeanor that was just off. Things happened, party done, his work was done. Before his work was done, I think it was during the Christmas season, Marwa brought his family, his kids and wife, and they all spend the time at Villa Medellin. We saw that, right? No. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can hear me, so sorry for moving my hand up and down. And I want to hold the phone in a position so you guys can see and hear me clearly. Anyway, he spent the Christmas with his family at Villa Medellin. Now, he was working. That was before the job was done. And everybody seemed happy. Everybody seemed all right. Guys, now tell me, after all this time, this is a new year. We almost basically missing January, February, March, April, May. We're 5 months into the year. May is soon done. May is soon finished. We are so far into the year, and it's only now that Strongman is going to meet up with it's Alex. Why not Alex, the former gate man of Marwa? They're gonna meet up together now and try, to put things out there in the public that they were never happy. They were mistreated. That is basically what I'm seeing here. You know how many times that people came to Marwa, like his comment section, to let him know that what he's doing, lifting up these guys, giving them the limelight, that it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back to haunt him. I'm not saying that Marwa has never done anything that is wrong, because nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. But while, all of this is being said, for most part, we know that Marwa's intentions were good. The talk is that Marwa does not like to pay for labor. There's another talk that Marwa like to promise them YouTube subscribers and views in lieu of their services. So even if that was promised, did anybody held them in like a prisoner? Were they held? Were any of these workmen held against their will? And that me want to know. That is what I want to know. Was any of these workmen that worked for Marwa at any point in time and now is coming back to the public to complain that things were not in their favor, were any of these men held against their will? And that me want to know. A lot of people, a lot of subscribers actually left some of these guys' channels when they go out to do these things. It backfires. It backfires because, Marwa has loyal supporters. And they're not gonna stand for no foolishness. When they realize that these men are these people are up to no good, these supporters are going to jump ship. They're gonna leave them high and dry. And then in return, what's happening? They're blaming Marwa. These mentees are blaming Marwa even more. Like we see what is happening now. They're coming out to even complain that they were overlooked when it came time for gift giving. They were overlooked, and there was rumors going around about them, or people were talking things about them, so on and so forth. And Marwa came to the camera at one point in time and on a live and said that this happened after Strongman left, which I myself was saying that, if it was me who was Marwa, I would have told him from he was there not to do those kind of titles. Call the police for who? That was the title, call the police. But I suspected that it had to do with the job that Strongman was doing. I suspected that is the reason why he had that title. But Marwa is going to see things in his own ways. You know how it goes. Men just tend to be off, on their own understanding and things so many parts. And Marwa is a person, many times I would have to do a video and, in a way just say, bro, don't jump too soon. Don't jump to conclusion too soon. Even sometimes if you hear him speak on his videos when he's doing his vlogs, he would, just go off about certain things. And really and truly, when it's not necessary, you don't have to say those things, because then they will come back to haunt you. Even though he's his own man, his mouth is his, and he's free to say how he feels about things. But then he came to the live and he was saying that he did not like the title that Strongman 254 was using, the titles that he was using on his videos. So I thought to myself, then why didn't he say it to him? Or I wonder if he did. But then why are you saying this now on the live? Because this is now gonna appear as if as soon as his back is turned, you're talking about him. He also did that to Steve J1. But Steve J. One overlooked this thing and kept moving. He just didn't make it. He felt hurt, but he came back, did what he promised that he was going to do, and then he moved on. You don't hear Steve J. One up and grumbling about people don't pay him mind and he was overlooked for gifts, so on and so forth. You don't hear him come to the streets and grumbling about that. But I'm saying all of that to say that sometimes, Mara, you need to think before you speak, because it can be of great harm to even you yourself. And also remember that you have a brand, and in order to save your brand, save the face of your brand, don't get too petty with these nonsense. Approach them in the right and direct manner. For me, when I say approach them in the right and direct manner, like these people who come to you asking for asking to be, how you would put this now, like asking for their channels to be built in place of their services. I would not advise you. I would not advise you to do this going forward. Approach them in a right and direct manner. You pay them for their services. Let them give them the receipt, vice versa. They give you an invoice, you give them the monies, and let them go about their businesses, because it's conflict of interest and it's coming back constantly to nip you in the butt. Because when this happens, right, it is as if now, as they have it on the street now, you are a user, you're a slave driver, you are working people. I mean, nobody's holding these people. Nobody's holding these people, and nobody knows about the agreement between you and them other than you and themselves, right? But I'm thinking it is like a constant trend now for them to drop off half of the trail and then come back to want to go at you if things don't work in their favor. It is happening so often. So please, my brother, may beg you, I'm asking you, instead of doing this thing and sharing your platform and your audience with them, let them go about their ways. YouTube in your compound is conflict of interest. Have a YouTuber. If you're a YouTuber and you're having a YouTuber working on projects for you, it is already conflict of interest, and it is coming because it's only but a few who are going to do it and do it in the right way, which we saw in concept and so on. And these people are humble and they did their jobs and they left, and they're on to bigger projects. But these nitpicking, butt cleaning other people, I don't even want to be so disrespectful and sound so derogatory, but honestly, it's like when they come and they beseech you and they beg you, those are the ones that you need to look out for. Those are the ones that you need to remember. Say, no sir, no. You did people like you. It is people like you in the past who harmed me. I don't want you guys back around me. I don't want to work with you guys in this manner. That is what I have to say about this whole situation. And we saw where Alex didn't really say much. Yes, he had things to say, but he never said much. I was shocked at Strongman 254, because even though I had my suspicions about him all the time, I was shocked that he actually came out and hit so low below the belt. I'm telling you, this guy had things to say. Oh my God. And his wife, is there behind him, backing him up all the way. Guys, may I tell you, right? I'm telling you. When you have like a woman with that kind of attitude, you're in for it. Don't mess around my husband, because I got him covered. She is in it, all up in it, straight up in everything that transpired. And I was always thinking to myself, what kind of woman is this? Her husband is away, he's not working any money. How does she survive? Is she agreeing with him, or they're just doing this for the clouds to gain the subscribers from Marwa so they can, in return build themselves? I always thought about it when he was there working for Marwa. And lo and behold, both Alex's wife doesn't speak English apparently, but a Strongman's wife came out in full force, to back up her husband and to stand firm on what they believe versus how Marwa treated her husband allegedly. Anyway, guys, we're gonna we're gonna kill it right here. Let's come back and do this some other time. And yeah, man, the next time we promise we should have some kind of audience, because everybody's off right now doing their own thing in this side of the world. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.